Hi there, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to be setting up my April setup in my bullet journal, and I know I didn't film my February or March ones. You can find them on my Instagram. I opted not to just because I didn't have enough time and I wasn't feeling very inspired, but I really liked the theme that I came up with for April, so I wanted to share. So I always start by sketching everything out. To sketch things out because I don't trust myself to do it on first go. So for this month I wanted to keep it simple and minimalist, and in March I did like a collaging theme, but I felt like I was in the mood to do some illustration, so I just kept it really simple with some simple minimalist floral botanical illustrations. And I'm really into like yellows, golds, and oranges lately, so I wanted to use that as my theme for this month. So first I started with coloring with the lighter yellow, and then the next one I used a gold color, like a deeper yellow, and then an orange one, and these are all Tombow dual brush pens. You can check out the description box for the details of which colors these are. So I just made these overlapping circles and I filled them in. What I like about the Tombow markers is that you can layer them nicely, whether you want to blend or make things darker. They don't bleed over each other like that, so it's really nice. And then I took one of my fine liners and just traced over my sketch marks for my really simple illustrations. So this month, because I had more time to set up my bullet journal, I took my time coming up with my INSPO. I'm always on Pinterest and Instagram looking for inspiration, saving cool spread ideas, themes that I really like. And the ones that really stood out to me were Elizabeth from Plant-Based Bride, her 2021 bullet journal setup. I really liked those circles with the simple line art and illustrations. And then I actually found these simple minimalist drawings, which I think from a tattoo design or tattoo artist. So those were heavily inspired me. For my lettering, I used this serif font. This is actually the style I've been using in my work bullet journal, but instead of filling it out, I wanted to leave it as an outline, kind of like a typeface. So I just kept it really simple with black outline. And I decided to bring back the monthly logs because I use my calendar for planning stuff for my blog, so I don't put any of my own personal events on the calendar. So I want to keep the log as a way to keep the several events or appointments or whatever that's happening or birthdays in one place. So I'm just keeping it very simple, and then I took that goldenrod marker and highlighted the weekends. I just like the way that looks, and it kind of breaks it up so you know the different weeks. Moving on to my calendar spread. So I did a full 2-page spread because I usually use these boxes to plan what I'm posting on my food blog's Instagram. I'm trying to do TikTok, blog posts, Pinterest, and my YouTube channel. I have a lot of platforms and a lot of content ideas and just not enough time. So it's just a good way to see it spread out. I used to do a Google Doc. I had like a running Google Doc that would list out what I would do for each day or whenever I wanted to post, and that didn't work out very well, so I'm trying the calendar idea. I figure maybe writing it out will be actually helpful for me. I haven't been doing so well so far just because things keep coming up, or I just get tired and I don't really feel like doing anything, but I'm going to try to be more consistent moving forward. I just need to get better about my time management because all my energy goes into like work and then my own personal things, so then this is one of my hobbies that just kind of fell by the wayside during 2020, but that's okay. And I'm going to use the same font for all of my headers. I've also linked the font that I got inspiration from that you can find from DaFont if you want to download it or just look at it for inspiration. So then I'm bringing back my same yellow-orange markers and filling in the little header boxes. That's where all of the numbers will go in. I decided not to write the days of the week out just because I didn't have enough space and I didn't want to like squish it on the top or the bottom. And I pretty much know that I'm going to use this as a calendar that starts on Sundays, even though my weekly spreads usually start on Mondays. I just find it kind of confusing to have my calendar start on Monday for some reason. I don't know why. So I'm alternating between the colors. And then to have a little bit of a design, I decided to bring back the circles from the cover page, and I just put them here. I've seen a lot of people use these like sticker label circles as something that they use to decorate their journals. I don't have those, so I just decided to draw it out. It was just really simple, and I thought it like ties back to the theme nicely without adding too much drawing here, because most of this page is used for the calendar. And then I just filled out my dates, and that's it. I just kept it really simple because I'll just be filling things out, and I didn't want to make it look too busy. I originally was going to have much more color, and then I erased that plan. So next is my habit tracker, or now I've been starting to call them focuses, because I realized for me I'm not really building habits, I want to say. I guess I am, but they're like things I want to focus on, like my skincare or taking a walk, which I've been doing terribly at, or reading, which I've also been doing terribly at, or actually just creating content versus trying to upload that and post it on social media or my blog, just actually making myself make something. So I decided to retitle it Focus. I think I got this from BUJO, like calling it that instead of habits, because I was tracking things like my water intake and I just didn't really find that useful. And instead of the usual boxes that I do, I decided to do little circles, and so then I'll fill that out when I actually accomplish the thing for the day of the week. Moving on is my lists page. This is usually the page where I put in like my to-do list, things I might need to buy, some things that I need to do for the blog that isn't just blog posts or social media content. And then I'm taking my lighter markers and writing out the headers, and then I'm gonna go back in with my fine liner and then write it so it created kind of a drop shadow. I kind of did the spacing weird with the yellow one, so you can see it looks kind of wonky, but oh well. And then I decided to take out these washi tapes that my friend bought for me for my birthday. They're really pretty and floral, and that's actually why I wanted to use this color palette for this month. I was pretty much inspired from these yellow flowers, and then I combined it with those minimal botanical line art illustrations. I thought it was a really cool combo. And then you can see that I decided to get rid of that big piece of washi tape. It's a really thick tape, but I thought it just looked weird floating there. So I took it off, and then I decided to use one of the stickers that I have. I have a whole bunch of sticker sheets from BUJO Design Studio, and I found these cute little orangey yellow florals. So I decided to put that there. And then because I felt like it was really empty, I brought back my circles that I put on my calendar spread. And now here is my favorite spread. So this is the spread that was inspired from Monday Morning Design. I've been following her for a while, and I really love her aesthetic and the way she creates her like minimalist, simple but really pretty layouts. So I'm not necessarily saving memories with my spread, but I decided to bring back my favorite spread. I had them in 2020. I even listed what I wanted to put down on those spreads, and I just never actually decorated them. But I still wanted to ultimately have something like that again, because it's a way for me to keep track of like what happened during the month without actually journaling about it. So I'm going to try it again. So I just kept it really simple, just like hers had a header, and then the boxes. I think my boxes are a little different shapes, and the number of boxes are not the same. Also, hers was a 2-page spread, mine is 1. I don't think I need that much space for my favorites, so things I'll plan to include here are like foods I'm really into, because I go through phases and like I eat one thing a million times until I hate it. Music, movies, TV shows, books, just anything. So I'm excited to fill this spread out, and I can even fill it out with just words. I don't necessarily need to draw the thing. So that'll be something hopefully easy and low maintenance. I brought my tapes back in as well. I really like all of these spreads because they're pretty easy to set up. They're minimal, but it looks like it took a lot of effort in planning, and they feel consistent together with the theme, with the tapes and the color palette. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. Now I'm setting up my weekly spread. I'm doing a 1-page weekly spread, so each of the boxes will represent one day of the week. What prompted me to do this boxes layout this time was this August spread that I saw on Instagram, and I had it saved for a long time. And now that I put all of my work tasks in a separate journal, I have more space to write things, and I don't have as long lists for each day. I'm writing in the day, the month in the box, and just keeping it super simple in that same font. And now I'm creating a little calendar box. I usually don't like these, but I like the way it looked in the spread. And I put it in last month, and it kind of messed me up because I kept highlighting the wrong week with the marker, but that's okay. Bringing back my circles. It's just a really nice way to make a page look decorative without a lot of effort or feeling like you need to draw something really perfect. And then I brought actually that originally big piece of washi tape that I took out on the other page, and I brought it here. So now I'm just writing out the different dates and just making it a little thicker. And then I'm going to come back in with my yellow and orange markers and creating the little highlights to write in the day of the week. I usually like doing this first because when I do it afterwards, it smears and then it makes the marker all dark, and I just don't like that. So this is my April setup. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I think this is my favorite theme and setup that I've ever done. So let me know what you think in the comments. If this inspired you, if you like it. Hopefully you won't tell me you dislike it. Let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.